I had to, find my position in the marketplace. Well, I found my show I found where my show would fit. I found that my show is unique because the genre and the intended audience is, a bit different. Well, the genre is still used by Elaine Page on Sunday on Radio 2, like I mentioned before, but still used by her. But my audience is younger than hers because mine is broadcast on a college radio station. So it gives it its own place in the marketplace. It doesn't have a different, it's not competing against another show. Then from there, I've improved my planning skills for the entire thing, part of this thing, the proposal sheet, because the majority of my plan for the show is on this document. This is probably the most important part of the planning. I think I've gained planning skills because I've had to plan the contents, find out what the target audience is, and all that throughout it, which is, something that you couldn't do without upgrading your planning skills. I think that's right. But then following on from this, I had to create a risk assessment. Yes, a risk assessment. For my previous knowledge of risk assessments, this was easier to create because I've made about 100 risk assessments at this point throughout last year and this year. So I found this pretty easy, but I did improve my skills with it. I've got more of I can do it easily now. I've got more of an idea for what I need to put down, what risks are involved in the recording area, which here is the radio room, which I'm recording in now. Then following on from that, I created a production schedule where I planned where my production is going to, when and where my production is going to take place, which is in here. I'm going to record it in the radio room. It's right here. But it is made easier that that I made a production schedule in Unit 6 where I said this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm recording, and also Unit 5. But this is what I'm doing, this is when I'm recording, this is what's happening, this is what I'm doing. You get what I mean there. But I do believe that this has improved my planning and also improved my knowledge on planning, altogether. My planning skills and my knowledge on planning. Because I've had to plan everything I do. For example, the times, what day I'm going to record this and what day I'm going to do this, what day am I going to be broadcasting the show, what equipment do I need for the show. For example, the radio deck, the computer, the microphones, the headphones. But yeah. And then, so I think that has improved my planning. The next part of my radio planning process was creating a running order. Probably the most important part of making a radio show is the running order. So, let me just, I kind of lost where I am here in my notes. But the most important part is planning to make a running order. I've made multiple running orders in the past, so it's made easier. But I believe that this one was my best that I've made. Just because I now know what I need to put in, which makes it a lot easier to create one. It sounds right. I've also then after that, that again improved my planning skills because I've had more experience making it. Because I've had to plan each different part of the show, when the song's going to be coming, when am I switching to the feature, when I'm switching to the advertisement break, when's my jingle going to come on, what music bed should I use? All that was involved inside my running order. Anyway, following that, I needed to make a script. This is like a huge part of my planning process. Pre-production process, planning process, same thing. I improved my planning skills through this because I've had to script out separate bits. Example, introduction, introduction to different parts, coming up after the break. This segment, this is about this song. This is about this. Next up, it's this song. What's coming up? I had to plan that because it's kind of hard to, run a radio show. Well, improv. Oh, I can't do it. I'm sure about a lot of people could, but I can't. So that's a flaw. That is a flaw to my presenting abilities. Then from after that, I had to. I updated my run order a little bit because I did a test run of the show, and the run order didn't seem to be as good as I wanted it to be. I wanted to add more songs that a bit more. How do I say it? Not modern. Well, yeah, modern. Not like old musicals. So I just was like Everybody's Talking About Jamie from Everybody's Talking About Jamie. Still a tongue twister to say. But yeah, I did enjoy making this run order. And I do believe that I've used my problem solving skills to update that because I didn't have many newer musicals in it. So I believe that is a successful part. But yeah, after that, I started to plan my radio advertisement, which is something that, well, it's not my favourite thing. It wasn't my favourite thing that I made throughout this project, but I'll talk about it in a second. I wrote a script, and I also wrote about the information the client gave me, and also the purpose of the advertising. I'm glad I had to do it. Well, I'm glad I made one, because I had, I wanted some more experience about making a radio advertisement. But I don't think it was the best. It's not the best thing I've ever made. I made a lot more that is better than that. But I don't think. Yeah, it's not the best thing ever. I'd love it to be, but I still feel sound problems. I think it cuts every now and then. So if I was doing it again, I'd change it. I'd make it a bit different. Anyway, following on from that, I believe that the planning skills came in handy, here because I had to plan what I had to do in the script of the the radio advertisement. For example, like this happened here. This is where sound effect would be. People will cheer here. He'll talk about this here. He'll talk about that there. Which I do think that planning came in useful, but I just don't think the editing of it came in the best. But the editing is talked about in in my post production where I had to edit it. So I won't move on to that now. But that has been what I want to say about my my planning process evaluation. Yeah.